The Acolyte series trailer is finally here, and it's full of action, aliens, lightsabers, and so much more. So in this video, I'm going to break down everything we saw, go over some theories and speculation for the series, and talk about everything we know so far. But before we get into the breakdown, welcome back to my channel. My name is Scotty Holiday. I'm a queer creator and a huge Star Wars nerd, so if you're into either one of those things, please consider liking, subscribing, and following me on social media at ScottyHolidaySW for all my latest Star Wars content. The trailer begins inside the Jedi Temple on Coruscant with Jedi Master Sol, played by Li Zhangzhe, instructing a group of younglings saying, "Close your eyes. Your eyes can deceive you. We must not trust them." The trailer then cuts to a scene of Amandla Stenberg's character, May, walking through a busy village and eventually into a cantina filled with aliens. I'm obsessed with her purple cloak. The costume department really went all out on this series based on this trailer because everybody looks so good. Master Sol asks the younglings, "What comes into your mind?" with one saying life, another saying balance, and a third youngling saying, "I see fire." And I believe this youngling is actually May, but obviously way earlier in the timeline. Back inside the cantina, we see Jedi Master Indara, played by Carrie-Anne Moss, turn and notice May, which then cuts to a scene of the two dueling, dagger versus a mixture of martial arts and the Force. Then a new character played by Charlie Barnett, a Jedi Knight named Yord, explains, "Someone is killing Jedi. It doesn't make sense," as we see May approach an unsuspecting Jedi, possibly Dean Charles Chapman's character. And speaking of his character, he's the only one we basically know nothing about, other than that he's a Jedi. During an interview with Screen Rant at Star Wars Celebration London, the actor says he can't even reveal his character's name or lightsaber color, which makes me think he may be portraying a pre-established character, or somebody that may turn to the dark side later on. We also get our first shot of Jeki, a Thelan-human hybrid Jedi played by Daphne Keane, who is the Padawan of Master Sol. Other popular Thelans include Ristal Sant from Return of the Jedi and Latarazi from the Clone Wars series. The next scene shows a group of Jedi overlooking a smoking forest in the aftermath of a fire, led by Master Sol. And among the Jedi, I think we see Yord, Jeki, and a Keldor Jedi that some fans believe could be Plo Koon, which I would love to see as a huge fan of him in the Clone Wars series, but just seeing a Keldor Jedi in general in this series is super exciting as well. The following shot is of Jedi Master Kel Naka, a character I'm really excited about, the first Wookiee Jedi ever in live action, played by Yona Swatamu. Next we see a sequence of Master Sol using a Jedi mind trick or the Force on another human asking, "What happened?" with the character responding, "I sensed darkness." This character seems very shaken up and is referred to as Convict in the trailer captions. Following their scene, we see a quick shot of a ship approaching a coastal fortress, then an encounter with Master Sol and his former apprentice, May, possibly their first encounter since she left the Order, judging by the surprised look she gives him before continuing her attack. The choreography in this scene looks amazing and right out of a martial arts film. As we see the words, "In an age of light, a darkness rises" go across the screen, we also get a montage of quick shots. The first, revealing our first look at Rebecca Henderson as Vernestra Rwoh, a character introduced all the way back in 2021 in the first High Republic novel, Light of the Jedi. Vernestra is also one of the few canonical characters to not only wield a purple lightsaber, but a lightsaber that can also be used as a light whip. We also see Kamir, a former smuggler turned traitor, played by Manny Jacinto, peek around a doorway, and then a group of Jedi led by Master Indara, comprised of Kel Naka, Sol, and what looks like Dean Charles Chapman's Jedi character, though I believe this scene is a flashback based on Sol and Chapman's character's shorter hair and Master Indara's bangs. In this scene, the Jedi are surrounded by people in black cloaks wielding bows and arrows while they approach a character who is just off the screen to the left, Jodie Turner-Smith's character, Mother Anisea. Speaking of Mother Anisea, we get our first look at her as well, looking opulent as ever, surrounded by women fawning over her, and hear her speak the lines, "This isn't about good or bad, this is about power, and who is allowed to use it." Now, according to StarWars.com, she's the leader of a coven of witches, which some fans believe could be a splinter group of the Path of the Open Hand. She's also one of the characters I've been really excited to learn more about, and I'm even more excited for her now knowing that she's a witch. Like, as soon as we saw her in the trailer, I was so on board, and like, she can do no wrong. She is Mother, literally. We also see what I presume is the forest from earlier in the trailer, but this time actively on fire, with what looks like May running from something. Her hair looks a lot shorter, and she's definitely not wearing her cloak or armor from her prior appearances in the trailer, so I believe this scene is a flashback of her maybe abandoning or running away from the Jedi Order. This also lines up with my theory about the youngling who saw fire being a young May, seeing this very moment in her own future. There's a quick shot of a ship, possibly the one before, crashing onto a snowy planet, followed by Master Soul and a couple Jedi trekking through what I think is the same snowy planet. Then another quick shot of May along a rocky coast, approaching an unknown character, but I have no idea who they could be. Then in the final sequence, Jackie, Yord, Soul, and a few other Jedi turn around to see a red lightsaber flying through the air, slicing through the trees, and then being caught back in the hand of its wielder as they all ignite their lightsabers to attack in a blur of green, yellow, and blue. But as they charge towards the being, they're all hit by some sort of force shockwave that sends them flying backwards. And if you pause the trailer around the 1 minute 33 second mark, you can see what looks like a double-bladed red lightsaber in the distance among the smoke. Now, this red-bladed adversary has to be a truly formidable and powerful foe to take on 7 Jedi at once, and one of the big questions after watching the trailer is, who exactly is this person wielding the red lightsaber? Now personally, I don't think it's May, so who else could it be? There's always the option of Palpatine since he was training as a Sith apprentice during this time period, but my hope is that it ends up being Darth Plagueis. Based on the timeline, Plagueis is most likely Lord of the Sith during the time the Acolyte takes place, and based on Leslye Headland's comments about how the series is set to tell a story from the perspective of the villains, there's no way it could be done without Plagueis. Plus, the Star Wars galaxy really needs a new big bad. Like, I love Palpatine, but we need somebody else. At least for this time period. Now shifting to the Jedi, I also hope we get to see the Jedi High Council at some point in this series. Yoda, of course, is a given, but some other council members from this era I'd love to see are Master Yaddle, and one of my personal favorites, Jedi Master Tera Sinube. I also really enjoy Oppo Rancisis for some reason, so I'd love to see him as well. And then the Jedi Survivor fan in me would be remiss if I didn't mention Dagan Gera, Kobo, and Tanalorr, maybe as an Easter egg or reference, if not a full-on screen appearance. While this trailer included some new sequences, there were some quick shots from the Celebration London trailer missing, most notably the scene of the Nemoidians, who I'm oddly really excited for, and maybe that's just the Phantom Menace prequel kid in me. The music in this trailer is also really amazing, and I love the sinister tone it evokes. Jordan Peele's Us is one of my favorite movies, and I'm so excited that Michael Abels, the film's composer, is also doing the music for The Acolyte as well. According to Leslye Headland in an interview about the series with StarWars.com, The Acolyte will also introduce a Zygerian Jedi and canonize big ideas from the EU, as well as one species that's yet to be seen. And of course, my mind immediately went to Bothans, but highly doubt it's going to be the Bothans, but we'll just have to wait and see. She also stated that the fans don't need to know much about the High Republic to enter the story. The series synopsis reads, an investigation into a shocking crime spree pits a respected Jedi Master, Li Zhangzhe, against a dangerous warrior from his past, Amandla Stenberg. As more clues emerge, they travel down a dark path where sinister forces reveal all is not what it seems. The Acolyte will begin streaming on Disney Plus Tuesday, June 4th, with a 2-episode premiere just in time for Pride Month, and with both the director and one of the lead actors falling under the queer umbrella, along with how gay the High Republic Publishing Initiative has been, I really hope we get to see some queerness within the show as well. I've been really excited about this show for a long time, and I'm really looking forward to watching the story unfold, as well as getting to experience the High Republic on screen. Which new or existing character are you most excited to see, and who do you think is wielding the red lightsaber at the end? Let me know down in the comments or join my Discord to continue the conversation there. Make sure to like, subscribe, and consider following me on social media at Scotty Holiday SW for all my latest Star Wars content. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, may the Force be with you.